Okay, hey guys, what is up? Mega Gamer here, and you're watching PC gameplay of Black Ops, because my brother just finished his uni semester, and he always loves playing Black Ops with me. So now that he's finished, we can finally play some more games together online, because we're both fucking beasts, especially him. Anyway, so definitely check out the footage. I did pretty good in this game. I think I got like a ratio of 35 to 11, maybe. Anyway, yeah, just watch the footage. I do pretty alright. So anyway, the video in this video we're going to talk about Saints Row 4, and it is banned in Australia. Now, for those who haven't, learnt the most recent updates, I just want to put out there right now, in case you're not going to watch the whole video, that we're still going to get it in Australia. Alright, the Deep Silver, or whoever's developing it, they've come out and said, we're going to rewrite the code, we are going to go for reclassification. They're probably going to get rid of that one weapon, which was the main reason why they, wouldn't classify this. So, don't worry, we're still going to get the game in Australia, it's just going to be a tiny bit toned down. And when you find out what it is that they're probably going to end up getting rid of, I'm kind of glad they are, because it's just fucking disgusting. But when I first heard about this news yesterday, I'm so glad I waited a day to do this video, because now I'm able to talk about these new developments. Yeah, when I first heard it, I was obviously very pissed. I want to put it out there right now, Saints Row 4, I was not going to get it. I really had no interest in it. I thought it was too ridiculous. I would rather save my money for GTA 5 the next month. Because I'm not interested in Saints Row 4. I don't want to get it. Plain and simple. I got Saints Row 3, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought, I'm just not going to get 4. Anyway, so, yeah, I just have to put it out there in case you think I'm a bit biased, but no, I'm definitely talking from a more of a mutual perspective here. But you're probably thinking, why is this a big deal? Because Australians usually have games banned anyway. If you're unfamiliar, we just got an R18 plus rating. We finally got an adult rating for video games the 1st of January 2013. So we've had the R rating for about 6 months, and I was looking forward to it like most gamers, because we finally wouldn't get games banned. But I was skeptical as to whether they were going to overuse it or not. And they didn't overuse it, in my opinion. I've only owned 2 R-rated games, God of War Ascension and The Last of Us. And I understand both why they're both rated R. They've got some very gruesome scenes in those games. So yeah, I understand why they're rated R. They've only given the R rating to like 13 games in the last 6 months, and it has been a pretty, a pretty busy gaming half year, if you will. We had a lot of great games, and yeah, so I would say they did do a pretty good job at keeping it down, not abusing the R rating. But now they just do something that originally I thought was absolutely ridiculous, but taken into context from today's news, not yesterday's news, I understand a bit better. But anyway, yesterday I was really pissed, because I heard they're going to ban Saints Row 4 in Australia. It's too bad for an adults-only rating, which didn't make much sense to me because of a couple of reasons. Number one, Saints Row hasn't really been that bad. I mean, we had dildos as weapons in the the third one, but how worse could it get that you should not be allowed to play it? Like, did it really get that bad? And also, the other 3 Saints Row games are all rated MA. So how could this one not even get an R rating? I didn't understand it. I was obviously very pissed, but really the only reason I didn't do a video yesterday, because I already had my Last of Us videos uploading. I'm like, okay, I don't really have time to talk about it. But like I said, I'm glad I waited the extra day, because now I can talk about these new things that have been announced. They said it was sexual violence yesterday, but obviously, that wasn't very specific. That was a very broad statement. They came out, the Australian Classification Board, and they gave a much more in-depth statement. It was a huge statement, so I'm not going to re-word it. I'm not going to re-say it word to word. But basically what they were saying was there was a weapon in Saints Row 4 called the Alien Anal Probe. That's it, the Alien Anal Probe. Right off the bat, just hearing that, oh boy. You go and you hear more about it. It's basically a dildo and a sword put together. It's basically what I got from it. And you can go up to not only just enemy players, but citizens as well. Like in GTA, you can kill civilians. You can do this to civilians as well. You can actually go up and fucking shove this thing up their ass, and you can see the damage, you can see the impact. So Yeah, that's why they did it. And I'm still going to go by and say it's still ridiculous that this is the one thing that adult gamers, still too bad for them to play. I feel for you guys. It is bullshit. I really feel for you guys. I think if I'm an adult who's finished high school, who's possibly going to uni or even finished uni, if I'm someone who's already got my driver's license, who's already allowed to drink alcohol, and yet I'm not allowed to play a video game that has a bit of sexual violence, I don't understand. But at the same time, I've got to say, the game developers, what the fuck were you thinking? They go on about how one of the reasons they decided it was bullshit was because it was not in any sort of context. There was no context to it. You could just do it. Is there any way to put any context to it? Like, really? Is there any way to do it? So, right off the bat, it was this really fucking stupid idea for them to do it in the first place. I really think... I'm glad that this is probably going to be the thing we're going to not have in the Australian versions of the game that's probably going to reduce it to an R rating. I don't give two shits. And did you see that in the gameplay? I took out fucking 5 people with that. But, also, look at the chat in a minute. It's funny. I think so, yeah. Oh, it might have been before. Whatever, just look at the chat. It's funny. But, game's finished, so I'm just going to wrap this up now. So, yeah, Originally, I was blaming the Australian Classification Board fully. Now I'm blaming 50-50 the board and the developers of the game. Because I think they should not put that in the fucking game. Come on, seriously. But at the same time, still an adults-only rating. Like, still. And like I saw a comment earlier, I'm going to finish off the video with this thing that I thought of. Video games are still not up to that level of appreciation that movies and TV shows and books get. If we want this medium to be taken more seriously by other people who, might think that video games are too childish or nerdy or whatever, we can't have shit like this in here. We got games like Journey and Heavy Rain and The Last of Us. There's a bunch of other examples like Red Dead Redemption, even Mass Effect. There's a bunch of games that show fantastic, amazing games that deserve to be appreciated by all kinds of people, and then this just happens. This happens, and they put shit like this in the game, and they make me lose respect for them because this is just unbelievable. But at the same time, I still think it's a bit ridiculous. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I hope you guys were informed, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Mega Gamer, and see you for more Last of Us playthrough footage in the next few days. See ya.